Good afternoon, students. Today we will see about pain receptors and skin receptors and taste receptors. Okay, as a part of a different kind of receptors in physiology. So, pain. What is pain? Pain is basically any kind of discomfort caused by a actual tissue damage or injury or a noxious stimulation given externally or internally, leading to evasive sensation, that is called, or evasive action, it is known as pain. Okay, and whatever the specialized nerve fibers that transmit the sensation from the different part of the body to the central nervous system is known as nociceptors or pain receptors. So depends on their anatomical structure, it can be classified in two types, that is myelinated and unmyelinated or non-myelinated. That myelin sheath over the nerve sheaths are present or absent. So what kind of pain? So if we talk about a pain, so it's an actual complex pathology. It will include about number of things including emotions and other factors. But for a broad term or generalize, we classify the pain in a three different types, that is a somatic pain, visceral pain and referred pain. So what is somatic pain? Somatic pain is basically itself pain from the skin, joint and muscles. Visceral pain, that is pain arising from any kind of visceral organ or from three different cavities like thoracic cavities, abdominal cavities and pelvic cavities. And referred pain. So referred pain is basically classified as perception of the pain coming from the different body parts which are located inside the cavities, but wherever we are feeling the pain, it is not actual site of damage. Suppose I am feeling pain over the umbilical area. Okay, so that is no direct damage to the below the umbilical or any skeletal muscles over the umbilicus like rectus abdominis or transversus abdominis, but there is a damage inside, or there is a problems is inside the small intestine or large intestine, and from there the pain is getting referred and we are feeling the pain over about umbilical region. Now for that, depend on the different stimulus, we have classified the different kind of receptors of the pain basically in three types, that is exteroreceptors, interoreceptors and proprioceptors. So what are the exteroreceptors? The word itself says stimulation is given external one or from the external environment, and most of the time that is in conscious levels of a subject or a person. Suppose external stimulus is given in unconscious level, the patient is in comatose or subconscious level, or patient in their deep sleep, and you are applying same stimulus, patient may not feel any kind of pain. So here that is sensation is carried by when your conscious level is awake, that is called exteroreceptors. So there are basically 5 types of exteroreceptors are there, and they are carry the different kind of pain sensation or different area of pain sensation. Number 1 is A, free nerve endings, that will carry the tactile and superficial pain. Number 2 is crosses corpuscles, that will carry the cold temperature or cold receptors. Third one is Meissner's corpuscles, that will carry the skin receptors and tactile sensation from the skin. Fourth one is Merkus corpuscles, that is carry the tactile receptors inside the oral mucosa and submucosa of tongue. So they are carrying the sensation from mucosa of tongue and oral cavity. Fifth one is Ruffini's corpuscle, that will carry the sensation of pressures and warmth receptors from different areas of the body. The second type is interoreceptors. So what itself said, it is located inside the body, especially in the three cavities, and that is involuntarily body function below your conscious level. Okay, so for example, we understand we get a abdominal pain in the sleep or night, so that is the pain is coming from inside the body part rather than external stimulus, but it will be even though your conscious level is not working, because of that pain you are feeling the pain in the sleep and you wake up because of the pain. Okay, even the same time external stimulus is applied, you may not wake up. Okay, so that will be carried by two kind of fibers. Number one is a free nerve endings, that is a perception of visceral pain or visceral origin, like lungs, heart, or uterus, prostate, or large intestine, like that. Second one is a Pacinian corpuscle, that will carry the perception of the pressure, that because of a compression, because of either of the posture or because of space occupying lesion. Like suppose your stomach is distended, and because of that there is a compression of the spleen and you are getting splenic pain in the night. Okay, so that is called it is carried by the Pacinian corpuscles. Third type is a proprioceptors. So it is mostly involved with the joint and cartilage. So it is chiefly involved in automatic functioning and perceiving the movement, what kind of movement is happening in the different joints and positions of the same, and what kind of the pressures or weight bearing is loaded on the particular joints, and most commonly seen in the all kind of weight bearing joints like knee, hip, and ankle. And that will again carry by the 5 different kind of receptors. Number one is a free nerve endings, that is perception of the deep somatic pain and other sensation. Number two is GTO, that is Golgi tendon organ. Obviously it is a kind of a mechanoreceptors relying on the muscle tendon or in the proximal or distal origin of the muscles and concerning about the muscle strength, tensions, and position. Number three is a muscle spindle itself. It gives us an amount of the sensation or carry the kind of sensation that will be responsible for a muscle stretch, or we can also call as the intrafusal fibers. The fourth one is the Pacinian corpuscle, that will carry the perception of the pressure inside the muscles or the joint cartilage. That maybe pressure can be because of space occupying lesion or improper physics or kind of a postural pain. The fifth one or last one is a periodontal receptors, that will carry the perception of the tooth movement. What are the movements are happening inside the tooth, that will be carried and it will be perceived in the brain. Next will be skin receptors. So if you see the skin receptors according to their functions or stimulus, that will be classified in 3 parts. Number one is a thermoreceptors, that for temperature changes, either it is a hot temperature, cold temperature, or moderate temperature, that will be perceived and it will be given sense to the central nervous systems. Second one is a mechanoreceptors, that all kind of mechanical stimulations. So now what are the mechanical stimulations? Already we have seen. The first one is a tactile receptor, that is for touch sensation. Second one is a baroreceptor, that is for pressure sensation. And third one is for proprioceptors, that is for distortion in a overall term, or kind of a positions of the muscles and the joints in the body or in the environment. And third one is the nociceptor, that is for injury leading to the pain, and that sensation is carried by this kind of skin receptors. Okay, and according to the morphology, skin receptors can be classified in 2 types. First one is free nerve endings, and second one is encapsulated nerve endings. Okay, so in case of a free nerve endings, it is a non-myelinated fibers enters into the epidermis and extending as far as the stratum granulosum. It is a part of a layer of the skin. While the second one is the encapsulated nerve endings, that will be carried by the 4 different kind of structures. Number one is a Pacinian corpuscle, that will be responsible for deep pressure. Meissner's corpuscle, that is responsible for touch sensation. Ruffinis corpuscle, that is for heat and warmth. And fourth one is Korsakoff's corpuscles, that is responsible for cold temperature. So this is how the different kind of skin receptors are there and pain receptors are there, which carry the different kind of sensation from periphery to the central nervous systems, and from where we can perceive actual pain and actual kind of sensation, different sensation, and according to that body will be responded or going for a kind of responses, and which will be helped to protect the body from a different kind of injuries or different kind of protection mechanisms. Clear? So today we have seen about these 2 kind of different sensation and their carriers or their receptors which are responsible for same. Thank you.